What's up guys, I'm Angelo with Mad Details if you didn't already know that, and if you're new here, make sure and smash that subscribe button. Do not leave without touching that little red button, just give it a little real quick. And also make sure and leave this video a thumbs up. Let's try and get this video to 2,000 likes. Get that notification bell turned on so you don't miss out on any future videos. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So yes, I'm proceeding further ado because that was all out of whack. But anyway, today we're going to be working on a 2006 VW Passat that's in pretty bad shape inside and out, really grimy on the inside, and has a really swirled out paint job. And our luck, this one is black. So it will be a little bit of a challenge to get this looking nice again. So make sure you stick around for the whole video. Okay, so here I'm going to start off the detail in an unusual way, and that's by vacuuming all the pine needles out of all the jams and make sure they're all nice and clean and ready for a wash. So one thing I'm going to be doing in between vacuuming, since I'm not going to be pulling the seats out of this detail, I'm going to be blowing some compressed air underneath the seats and then pulling the seat track back and forth through every pass with the vacuum to make sure that there's no leftover debris or dirt stuck underneath the seat. So here I'm just using a lily brush along with a Tornador Z240 velocity vacuum. As you guys know, I always rave about this product since I really do enjoy using it. But if you guys want to check it out, all the tools, products that I use will be in the description down below. So if you guys want to check anything out, it'll always be down there for you. So after getting the spare tire removed, I found a bunch of water back here. Now I didn't get a chance to record it because my camera just stopped recording because it felt like it, because it's really cool. Anyway, so moving on, I did get that vacuumed, but moving on to removing the back seat and then getting underneath it all vacuumed away. So here I'm going to be using a brush that I don't normally use, and I actually stole this from my daughter. This is one of her bottle brushes, and it was really old, so my wife already replaced it, but I wanted to go ahead and try it on some of the deeper nooks and crannies and cup holders, and it worked very well. And then here I'm just going to wipe away all the all-purpose cleaner with a microfiber towel and some compressed air. So on this panel itself, I have to be very careful working around all this paint peeling off of all the trim pieces in this VW, which is very common for these cars. Some did peel during cleaning, but I try to minimize it as much as possible. So here I'm just using my carpet solution and a chemical sprayer along with some hot water, and I'm just going to spray it all down and get it agitated with the drill brush and then get it all extracted. So to restore some life back to this old faded trim, I'm going to be using some 303 aerospace protectant along with a microfiber applicator pad. And here I'm just going to apply some 303 to literally every square inch and surface of this car. This plastic trim was super dry and just needs to be coated multiple times to get this looking all nice and pretty. So moving on to clean the engine bay, and here I'm going to be using some super clean at full concentrate that's non-diluted and my chemical sprayer. And here I'm just going to heavily saturate everything to get all that grease and grime loosened up, and then I'm going to agitate it with a couple detail brushes and then get it all rinsed away with the pressure washer. And to remove some oxidation off the exhaust manifold and some of the metal finishes on this engine bay, I'm going to be using some acid-based cleaner, which is usually used for aluminum brightening. And here I'm just going to soak it all down and then get it all pressure washed away. So my spray bottle went out, and I just went ahead and used the Meguiar's all-wheel and tire cleaner spray bottle with acid-based cleaner in it. So there's no Meguiar's product in here, it's actually the acid-based aluminum brightener. So since this paint was so grimy and the dirt was really adhered to this paint and did not want to come off with just pressure washing it, I'm going to be taking some super clean diluted 5:1, and I'm just going to soak the body real quick and then rinse it off with my pressure washer. Now before you guys all freak out and say, oh no, degreaser on paint, if it's diluted properly and you don't let it sit, it does not damage. I've done hundreds of vehicles like this and haven't had one damage. I mean, if you leave it sit in the sun like this, it can potentially damage paint, but if you just soak it and rinse it down, it's far better than potentially swelling out the paint worse than what it is, and this really does free up dirt. Now, as you can see on the door right here, there's still a fair bit of leftover dirt even after using some degreaser, and just plain water alone would never get any of that rinsed away. And basically what a lot of detailers call this method is a strip wash. Now, a lot of other detailers use this on YouTube. They just don't like to mention it because they're scared of the bad comments or what people have to think. I personally like to share whatever I do with you guys so you guys can use these tips and tricks for your next detail or for your personal vehicle. Now, do I recommend doing this on an expensive car or something that's not dirty? No, you don't want to be doing this every single wash. This is if you leave your car sit for 6, 7 months, 8 months, or a year and not wash it, and you don't want to take a mitt right to it and get it all swirled out, then this is a good method you can use to loosen up some of that dirt. So to remove any road grime and tar off this paint, I'm going to be using some spray detailer along with a clay bar, and here I'm just going to agitate it and then wipe it all away with a microfiber towel and get it all ready for a polish. As for the second step, I'm going to be using some D301 finishing wax, and yes, this product is specifically formulated to go right on top of the DA correction compound. So I know the name could be misleading because it says finishing wax, but it is actually the polish formulated to go right after D300. So after doing a few test spots, I went ahead and decided to use the Interior Detail High Gloss by Sprayway, and it works good for exterior trim as well, even though it says interior. This product works very well, so here I'm just going to use it on all the exterior trim since it was very faded, and it's brought a really nice color back to it, and once it's wiped away, it leaves it with a nice satin finish. And for an extra layer of protection and to make sure there's no smudges or overspray on this paint, I'm going to be using some chemicalized banana spray wax. And here I'm just going to spray it on and wipe it away with a few microfiber towels. Alright, so just about to approach the end of the video here, guys, but I want to talk about something real quick. I just want to thank all you guys for the support. I know you guys have been literally killing it on all the videos, subscribing and leaving tons of good comments and tons of likes. And I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button, join the Mad Fam, and I will not disappoint. I have some really cool details coming up. I know I said this in the last 2 videos, but I promise you guys I have some really cool details coming up. When I say cool, I mean barn finds, classic cars, muscle cars, and tons of other fun stuff. So make sure you turn that notification bell on, smash the subscribe button, and make sure and leave this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.